Today na the 14th day of September 2023. On the 11th of September, just before that, Salon Police, the security sector, then be then at the media. They tell people and say, we not give nobody rights. We not give nobody clearance. We not give nobody the nod for comot na do and protest or demonstrate. And be then at the media they say we not give. We get other term. Yes, we see even the IG, the Internal Affairs Minister, they all come on and say that they give the people in confidence. Even though inside that crowd they will see Bokuman it's gone. We'll see that it's gone, but then they give the people in confidence. For say Monday, nothing not they happen, the 11th of September, all man go about team business. Nothing not they happen. When I go about to business, una safe. That be the promise from the security sector. For go about business. Monday morning, we safe on camera be there around. Relatively safe in some areas. But for one reason, Waterloo and some other up the hill, Moiba, the security sector say, then come out. Then all placard, yes. Then we get weapon. Well, you go carry waiting the person where they talk for the Salon Police waiting in say about that. Civilians then be die? Yes. Then die. Security sector shoot gun, live ammunition? Yes. They did according to all the videos and pictures them what we see on social media. On Saturday, me been there, they tell people say, well, not demonstrate. Go about your business. At the comment section, somebody say, hey, Tripoli, bully match today, not talk. We they go, we they do this, we they do that. And I say, most of them one day when they say we, they're not even in a salon. They're not there. But then at the social media, they all say we they come out, we they do this. Salon Police say the 1965 Public Order Act say if you want for protest, if you want for demonstrate, say something then you are too not glady, you get for go tell them. You go tell them, then we will come into agreement and then go see if they forgive you the right for come out or they not forgive you the right for come out. But if we look pan precedent, they say precedent has something be that happen before. Yeah, let Salon Police give right to for come out from many people and demonstrate about you the money they lack. Fuel, inflation, hardship, then thing and they. Because we don't see outside people and come out. Well, if now for other activists causes them, we don't see outside and come out and demonstrate. We even to the Sunday before that, we may get Edmond Abu. All man know Edmond Abu, if you know Sabian from Native Consortium, he don't use for the demonstrates. Why say Edmond Abu said if we look pan demonstration, now he don't pull on. He say no, they demonstrate again. So John Cote that time it was every on the Sunday after I say, first time by now when they say fuel go up, Edmond Abu, you now you they demonstrate you day before for say no they for put the fuel down. Government for do this, government for do that. Now Edmond say, but now only na the last one, yeah, when they came go Pademba road. Yes, Edmond come about Kotitri from Kotitri inside, Lockout building from Lockout buildings. Na Pademba road that one day. It ain't inside Pademba road. Because that thing them you want increase fuel price. It ain't say Pademba una the increase fuel price. And that thing back we say, then get 100 million. Now come on and do back can talk say, who don't give me 100 million? From that thing, Edmond Abu not demonstrate again. You say most fuel price don't go up. Not demonstrate again. But if you sit down, I go begin to say, from Pakaba in time now don't begin demonstrate. We don't take part this demonstration. But 2023, it don't pull on. It don't weapon. What's in do? He say because he no see no change. He say you demonstrate so you know demonstrate so. He say nothing not they happen. He say nothing not they happen. So now he make him pull on. That's the Edmond Abu in story. We make few long up now. Tute. He said then they take a different approach now. A different approach. See, because if he come out for demonstrate now, if I can't come out just now, they say demonstration will come out, then other people then can't take over in demonstration, then they go all back. So you know they demonstrate. If you don't follow this platform, you know say we not to the champion for tell people and say come out now, treat, go demonstrate. Yeah. But Musa say triple whether people write tamu, they don't write tamu, demonstration not to crime. Now any country. That is true. But we own country inside the constitution where Salon police they use, they don't tell we say you get for go take permission to them. Wait. Because you know why I start from that side, We go can't see these 43 people where they are remand right now. Let us see what in the judiciary say. Let us see who's part by the constitution where the judiciary court for sending people there go. Remand. And waiting and see. So this one now I make we or me na always they say, hey, demonstration in Sierra Leone, not raya. Yes, you might say, oh, una coward. Because even the last time, I believe everybody, the panelists then nobody no ever say, oh, una jump like to go demonstrate. No, there are procedures. If you have to demonstrate, write to the police. Go sit down with police. But again, Salon police, that particular process they don't do here. They don't do here. They don't do here meaning to say people they don't write to Salon police. So when they say come, law can discuss. Well, now in that. So man don't write to police. Then again they go ahead say, oh, na go, na do. Don't one day before that and say, not Gayamu. It's not safe anymore. You don't see? So even the process where they make some people and frown at the process now. Now that one day they point say, if you go safe, then they do one. Then they do one if you go. Yeah? In Sierra Leone. Past, present, I don't know now if I go say future. But until 1965, Public Order Act, they left for Kotam. Yeah? Forget it. And we don't see so many reforms them inside, amended inside the constitution. But you see that part there, then they go there. Because anybody will see them, it benefit them. Remember Lincoln Queen students them? Where they gonna cut in three, the old placard? Oh, for say the veto, unlawful gathering, unlawful possession, unlawful. Yeah? Unlawful. But if you be the call say, may people ain't come out. I just want to let you know, see. Then they Pademba road now. Yeah? And they Pademba road. You know what's sad? Yes, it's unlawful because the law no give the citizens them the right for say them for come out. Fine. But what about the one the way pull trigger? Eh? What about the one the way pull trigger? How the lucky sabi grip the citizens them? Then one and the law no sabi grip them. Where they make people they lost their life. During term then like where they say unlawful gathering. The law forbid everybody not to so. If it a better citizen, yeah, if it a better citizen we go gather unlawfully, then if forbid a security officer we pull a trigger. Because what you sabi, what them blunt tell we say, na proportional force. What you can with, na the security sector back for face you with. But in Sierra Leone, what you come with, what you not come with, yeah. As long as they say a demonstration. Long years ago, what see me don't talk now, it go all at us again because we don't see who side and do them woman in Abacha Street. When me fit to see we granny and we grandpa them. So then are the only normal go able commander do in the streets. Eh? Now they no more. So then them commander do in the streets, so tell them go left there. But in the mind of every Sierra Leonean, yeah, I see the police that they take and so. Why make him fisher business is the lock? Because they're afraid. If they go get a pussy market, so they go get his money back. If they enter in shop, then begin jog they go get. Eh? Who that? So now I make you see, as they say demonstration, all man don't keep 9 lane. All man keep 9 lane. All man. Now we write for demonstrate. Yes. Now we write. Okay. And they use the Lincoln Queen back situation. It's like we all know say things are hard. Times are hard in Sierra Leone. But it's like if I say the powers that be just want we for suck 'em up. Yeah. Just want we for suck 'em up. The powers that be. Everybody knows that times are hard. Because maybe if you come out to demonstrate, now you go say, oh, the people in the salon they say they demonstrate because you know they say ting tranga. If I just left Pangombo, for just left Pangombo, say, ting tranga. I did for left. Other than they lead the demonstration, you go ask. Now, Uda. No, let's talk now. Uda, this particular demonstration, other than the leader as alone. You answer me say it's just right for people for jumping at streets. So they demonstrate because Tin Tranga? Eh? Hello? You need a leader for demonstrate. Post it inside the country. Yeah. And they soon comment them. Well, it's not all I see anyway, but I see some. Because they show that they say na PPP na the leader, this and that. Waiting at the procedure. Waiting at the procedure. No, this is the problem. You they say economic hardship not need a leader. No, you need. You need a leader. Somebody, if una think to say una really want to protest, somebody should be bold enough and face the police. Somebody should be bold enough and face the police. Eh? Somebody need for gap and say, Papa, okay, me I don't right on behalf of so let police deny you. Then you try again. Then you try again. I see a lot of people they go to me up in Akenema. Say, oh look the bike rider and in Akenema, then me come out and protest police. Okay. Okay. We don't need a leader for demonstrate. No, you need somebody. You need somebody. Alright. Let's continue. Now continue. Well, you know why I make the demonstration in the Uluata? Because nobody wants to take responsibility in Sierra Leone. In Sierra Leone. Nobody no want to take responsibility. Trust. Femi Claudius Cole, it's right. It's right. Femi Claudius Cole try. But it's higher. Now make it tell say we don't gains. Not that's not try, it's right on. But the back and forth. From when me promise I say okay, then go get that other one. Who say end up? But that don't mean to say it's a license, for rebel. Right. You see the problem why make protest not the whole? Why make protest not the whole? Because the one them, yeah? Let me see. Maybe the one that they call for protest, they come from the wrong direction. Yes. Peter Joseph Bangura. He be there I talk gist on. You get right to your opinion, but not take your own camp and my own, or else you know they see this page again. Yeah? You get right to your opinion, but your opinion not to in paramount. All man get right to you now. All man get rights to yun. Yeah? Okay. So if you feel to say what you they talk, now na the correct one. What me they talk now, what I feel. Now me they talk so. You get rights to yun, but not take yun can jam me yun. Okay. The problem now, salon, if somebody can for lead, the people them will get the power, and then go attack them. Even the police. So I see a lot of people they say, okay, because Femi Claudio School, I call his name, it's right, then it's bright, they all. Then it's bright, you don't pull on. Don't pull on. Yeah? So let's talk about Peter. So you say me no say they know they approve demonstration. So because they never approve, I mean, now this way for doing. Eh? Now this way. Now you get rights for comments, bruh. But no man not take you jam you. Yeah? What about the one them where they boycott rights now? What about them? What in do APC? Yeah? What in do all other small party there? They know they feel the pain. APC say now the people then tell them for boycott. The same people that tell APC for boycott, why would they tell APC say una want jump in a line? Why would they tell them say one jump in a line, one for this thing no man we let we come out by APC una lead. Why would they tell them? Why would get leaders of opposition? Why opposition they? Eh? Oh, they're not able for be really man enough and ask for say we want come out. When campaign time become, well, pastor the pujero and then strangle them, yeah, we see video them, we suicide them to tear gas. La nebanga say not a party issue. Ah well, if na citizen issue, citizen rights no. Rights to police. Rights. Eh? No, na say not a party business. So, but the police they ask for a leader. You say not talk about, but if you need a leader, then you get a community leader, you get a councillor. Why you not go use the one in there? If nobody no one for go before. Oh, I know they understand. Eh? Okay. And say enough for call APC. Because waiting do not to party business. Eh? And say because not to party business. But the demonstration they want leader. The demonstration wants leader. Now alone. Not to out of Sierra Leone. Eh? I will be say me and no mix. Seriously. If me be mix, no mix per demonstration business. For real though. Tell you by the access that PPP the leader. Somebody should do this. Do it the right way. Let's say if your name go down say, well, I be right to police, but police say A, B, and C. Can we be assured of waiting peaceful demonstration in Sierra Leone? A lot of people are out of the country. That money they say people don't need leader for protest. So if I just come on and do. Anyway. Una data one no more. Like so una know they understand what they talk. APC a big party there. Because I say una meet una community leader. Even if na church and you imam, if you know the money there. Because even this one, why be the leader press release una Tunis no talker. Say they no endorse no, see the Tunis. He said, no, there's no protest. Always then distance themselves. Everybody they distance himself. So who that now? Paupa, they know they suffer. They know they suffer. They enjoy. So pull and command they don't get for protest. Not today. Lord pull and knee. So we where they suffer. Who that go there before we now? Who that? Peter, I say we who? On the order. Where the letter? Where? Anyway. Alright. I know say a lot of people not like what they talk today. Now my opinion no. Yeah? You say if you get right to you. You see? Where they converse? Now I make way, Peter. If you want jump line just now I correct you. Don't come for me. Now so it's supposed to be. All man believe who say I believe. But me they talk me on. Yeah? Alright. The judiciary Sierra Leone. We can't listen to them. But before that, let me listen Salon Police. Salon Police. I say me I don't beg pardon to APC. Where the imam them, the waiting. Well, you know more na wait. You know more na wait. Where more na we? The one the whole day before. Then say the one leader. The one the whole day before. And then go come out for lead. Alright. Listen to Salon Police. Listen what Salon Police say about, well, the demonstration. Let's listen, huh?
Over 70 people are under police custody in Freetown as a result of attempted strike action on Monday. In Waterloo, for example, some young people erected roadblocks and burning of tires, while in Mountain Rural, some young people clashed with the police. For unconfirmed reports say 4 people died as a result of live firing by OSD and military personnel at Moiba Community Mountain Rural. Well, according to the Office of National Security, businesses have returned to normalcy and security is watertight. Well, for more on the aftermath of the illegal protest, we have in the studio ACP Brahma Kamara, Head of Police Media Unit. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. How can you describe the situation so far since Monday to today?
Well, for today is relatively calm, peaceful, and people are out and about, going about their normal businesses. And Monday, it was this Monday. At some point, there were some. I don't want to say Labalu, but especially around Waterloo, we had some guys who came out following that unlawful call for them to come out. And then we went into action, and 60 were arrested. We did the same for Goldrich. We also did the same for the Mountain Division. So in total, we have 4 for Goldrich, 8 for the Mountain Division, and then 60 for Waterloo. So, but as I speak, the situation is calm, quiet, and things are going on normal.
So they were arrested as a result of what?
Well, the unlawful protest. A lot of them, those who came out and wanted to protest, like they said they were going to do, they were arrested because it was unlawful. There is no document to the effect to show that anybody was granted permission to demonstrate or to protest. So whatever you do with regards to that one is considered to be illegal, unlawful.
So were they arrested with any weapons?
Not particularly. They were not arrested with weapons, but some placards, some made attempts, where some even said tires, and like you spoke about, how do you call this place, Waterloo. They made some wood blocks, and they resisted the police, but the police was very professional. They were very professional, and they were able to handle the situation. So arrests were made, and then we have them in our custody. We are now going to investigate them, and then take them to court.
I mean, those who were with placards, some people say they were harmless, they did not have any arms to threaten the security of the police. They only displayed their placards on which they wrote certain things. So why would the police arrest citizens who held only placards?
The fact of the matter is, we made it clear before the 11th that whoever is intending to protest is doing that one illegally. And so if you now decide to converge in a particular area, what we call unlawful assembly as provided for by the Public Order Act itself, then it means you've committed an offense. And also when you have been given adequate notice that we didn't have anybody coming out to say we want to protest, we want to demonstrate. So we considered that one to be faceless, because there was no organization, there was no individual or groups of individuals to say we wanted to do this. So we were just hearing it on social media. So we came out clearly and we spoke to the people. And quite apart from that, we had a lot of media engagement. We had engagement with ministries, departments, and agencies, and some guys who are in the informal sectors, like Okada riders, Keke riders, and a host of them, and even traders. So which means we gave them adequate information. And quite apart from that, we did what we call where you call it show of strength, but it was all meant to reassure the people that we are going to provide their security, and they are very safe. Come Monday, which was 11th of September. So we did all that, and so if you now decide to do otherwise, then it means you are flouting the law, and if you do that, then we should be mindful.
Okay, we understand that a killing happened around Moiba community in the east of Freetown. We are yet to know the amount of people who were killed, but we are informed that life was lost. I don't know whether it was a life or lives, but I'm sure the police can confirm that someone was gunned down.
Well, when we used the word somebody was gunned down, we had a report of 2 deaths.
Okay.
Those ones were made to the police. So what we have done, we are now doing an investigation to determine the circumstances, and that was even announced yesterday during the government press conference.
But they were shot by the police allegedly.
I wouldn't say they were shot. I wouldn't say they were shot.
So how were they killed?
I'm talking about the circumstances. So the investigations will have to prove. And for now, I'm limited. I'm even constrained.
Were they beaten by mobs or what?
I'm constrained to say whether they were beaten, whether they were shot. I'm constrained because the Right to Access Information Act of 2013 makes it very clear that for as long as it is a police investigation, it means that one has become what we call an exempt information. So I cannot prejudice the investigation to say that you are this or you are that. So let's wait to see what is going to be the outcome of the investigation.
But the fact of the matter, lives were lost.
I've said that. Yeah, I've said that.
For the videos we saw, ACP, we saw some videos that the one of the deceased person, for example, we saw a hole, meaning it must have been a bullet.
Yes, that one is also going to help us in the investigation. So officers are going to visit the scene, ballistic officers are going to be there, scene of crime officers are going to be there, a whole lot of people are going to be there, investigators of different shape.
So far, the information that the police have gathered, how did they meet their death?
And how do you expect me to explain that when I told you if I do that?
No, but I'm sure there are preliminary information.
No, I am not
that you are privy to as a senior police officer.
Yeah.
And I don't think that will in any way prejudice the
But I'm equally so constrained as a senior police officer not to let out what I should let out. Because if I now say...
Is it not in the guise of protecting your men?
No, I'm not. We are not. Otherwise, we wouldn't have called for an investigation. Because if you don't investigate, you wouldn't know what actually happened. Don't forget, I was not there. Nobody within management was there. Understand? So it is only by now conducting an investigation that we are going to know what actually transpired.
So I mean, the eyewitnesses, what have they said to the police? Because I'm sure there were eyewitnesses people who saw the incident, who saw the killing. They must have seen what transpired, what happened before the individuals were killed. So I'm sure these are narratives that must have been given to the police, and the ordinary Sierra Leonean watching you now may want to know that.
That is what is going to lead to the findings of the investigation. So what they tell us is part of the narration. They will tell us what they saw, what we call this direct factual. You know, what they saw, what they heard, what they felt. And then they will narrate those ones to the police as part of the statement they will have to make to the police. And then it's going to inform the findings of the investigation at the end of it all.
What about the identity of those killed?
The identity, they are Sierra Leoneans.
Yep.
They are Sierra Leoneans. And
what more do we know about them apart from all living Sierra Leoneans?
No, I only know they are Sierra Leoneans, but I don't know anything further than that. I only know they are Sierra Leoneans. Yes, by their names. I know they are Sierra Leoneans.
Their names?
I cannot divulge their name, but by their names, they are Sierra Leoneans. Yeah.
Did the police make any arrest after that killing? In the vicinity or in the crime scene where they were allegedly killed?
You know, it was an operation. You know, sometimes during an operation, things are like topsy-turvy. But when the dust settled, you now have to go. This is why we've called for an investigation. The dust is now settled, and then we now expect to probe into the issues, determine who was there, who was not there, what did you do there, what didn't you do.
Who's going to mount the investigation? The police?
Of course.
Are you going to investigate yourself?
We have been doing that. We have investigated ourselves. But don't forget, we also have other organizations that could come in. IPCB, they have their own mandate. Human Rights Commission, they have their own mandate. But the fact remains, constitutionally, we have the right to conduct investigations. Because when you look at the criminal justice system, it's a kind of tripartite arrangement where you have the police as the first responders when it comes to criminal investigations. And then from there, you now talk about the judiciary, and then you talk about the correctional service. So there is no way you can exclude the police. No way.
So those who allegedly released the trigger, are they under police net also?
The
officers who the people alleged did the killing, have you identified them?
You're already conclusive.
No, I'm not. That's why I use the word alleged. Have you identified?
Conclusive.
Have you identified the killers, the alleged killers?
I said they were death, true death. So that's what we're going to investigate. Whatever could have led to that one is going to come out of the findings.
So far, I don't know who the killers were.
I don't know whether they were killers. They were true death. And then the findings of the investigation.
But the deaths are not natural. Those who died did just fall and die.
I do not have the authority to determine whether it was natural or not, because I'm not a pathologist. The pathologist is there to determine. They will tell us the causation, because in those cases you have to talk about causation. So what caused the death? So we have to wait for the pathologist. Okay. So I'm not in those cases you have to talk about causation. So what caused the death? So we have to wait for the pathologist. Okay. So I'm not.
So we get for wait for the one we get for go through the body them. What thing you get out of the conversation? What you get out of her? The person where they talk for Sierra Leone police. Eh? What you get? When Asmiu of SLBC, they try for Pressam, he say the right to access information. As he say, like everybody they use the right to access information now. He say the right to access information not give a right for make it talk. He say because if investigation they go on now. So because investigation they go on now, well, it constrain. Eh? Alright. This na side from Sierra Leone police. You don't hear in your side. Well, look out ONS. Look out ONS. Leone from ONS the inside. Monday. Waiting happen. Yeah? Let's continue.
In one of the regions, we see USAI security personnel, because I just don't want to limit it to just police. Both police and military personnel were out yesterday. We see USAI, then they target some people and we come out in the street, whether or not they were out to protest, even disabled people them. You see from the reports them we get with them, there is concern, say, then come out, you know, because they intend for move about for get them and too much. I mean, in a situation like that, what's not the role of the ONS?
So I don't specifically know the area outside that one they happen. However, now we don't call on the public for let them come and do their normal business. And so we get the responsibility for we ensure that they do the thing they're supposed to do as long as they're within the provisions of the law. So some people, even though they come for do things other than waiting they're supposed to do within the law, when the law caught up with them, then they tell you, say, hey, we've been come for can't do business so now I've been called we. But yeah, there people they get placards, they get in them with the dangerous implements. You know, so you go out for begin for match the reality of what they say, or the what they say, and the reality of what you really find in possession with them. A case in point at the one way happened somewhere yesterday, the video they all over, somebody get placards and hey, me this kind of thing I can't do and that kind of thing. The reality that whether you hold placard or whether you hold a PCSO, if you engage yourself in illegal demonstrations, they not go allow you for let you do that one day. Because the law they against that one day. The law tell you say the right for demonstration. Now you're right. But by the provisions of the 1965 Public Order Act, Section 17, they recently repeal them. Section 17 of us say right and apply to the Inspector General of Police. Sit and get conversation. But even before the events of yesterday, we don't see people that don't preface the discussion on social media with a lot of threats, with a lot of incendiary messages about what they want for can do. And the channel for seek police permits for go into demonstrations, not to social media a day. Now that we could refer to them as faceless. Because you have to actually do an application and physically tie a face onto the person or a group onto the people who want for go into the demonstrations and they. So now that one they talk about.
Quickly before we come to Keketoma, I mean, it's pretty important we look at some of the things there. So I was fortunate after work on Sunday, I mean, before the said protest, the date actually, you see a massive turnout of police and military personnel them all about the country. And for a fact, Sierra Leoneans, so basically people them not like foresee so much, you know, police presence, they can get worried, scared, if I can put them that way. Take a look at the instances the way happened yesterday at the east part. some people just been in their houses them, you know, just about their normal businesses. But again, you see inside police or military personnel them, you know, put out tear gas and, you know, live bullets and all of that. Waiting now the role of ONS in terms of considering the well-being of citizens and same way so that's of the personnel them.
So the Office of National Security is a security sector coordinating institution. And we deploy that role effectively and extensively so. On police officers or military officers we deployed at the streets of Freetown and some other parts of the country. We don't just go into them deployments and without taking the people along. We tell them, wait to inform that one. They say, until you pull the rotten teeth at the mouth you get for chewed caution. We don't see a lot of threats. That they will not go shy away from them. And they come from social media, the same source. And then kind calls and whilst right there you go feel say people and get their wits about
unidentified threats, if you may put it that way.
Individuals, mostly people already out of the country, say Leoneans within the diaspora. And whilst maybe somebody go say, well, I sabi the people in this country and in that kind of thing. Whilst yes, we sabi them, but it requires international cooperation for let you get the people in there, for let the law catch up with them. It can be slow, it can be painful, impossible. But that one is something different altogether. So they play that kind of role. Now that we always don't agitate, we always don't appeal, Let people make their own effort for do things within the provisions of the law. Yesterday, what happened so? With some people, they put other people in lives in some problems. Not for lack of knowledge, not for lack of information. They don't get a mindset that they will do things where they against law and order. And if we sit down and allow them for continue for prevail, then we also they fail in with duties. Because the people who they do so, they in a minute number, they're small as compared to the majority of the population. We don't have for them into that kind of thing. One other lie within the give as deception. Now that if I then demonstrations, everybody that's alone, they about them. What do you go talk about? We'll be very quiet. What do you go talk about? Kenema, Kono, Kabbalah. There's some parts of the country quiet. People don't even know. Most of Freetown, very few places. Waterloo maybe come up to Yams Farm. All the other places were quiet. Nobody know even the containers with that kind of thing. So now then deception here, now people have to pay attention to. And then they do it for a purpose. Because they have to use the outcome of their events, their interventions, and they make pictures and then present the country in a bad light. But now they no more will get for continue for deceive themselves, because at the end of the day, the international community or whosoever they think say they call on, they also equally present, they know say the rule of law. Now one way secret and everybody within a country get a responsibility for follow the process.
Let's look at repercussions, for actions. Yesterday we see some instances where, call it what you may, probably miscommunication or so. There was a situation where like the sort of chairman at the place when they actually try for the security forces for calm the people down. One and the officer them not notice that say now that they try for do. They immediately were arrested. Now one other military man can tell and say no the chairman, and they actually try for getting people in order. We see that kind of situation and I see another person post something on social media about the loss of one pan the people in the community, and according to the post the person make, it say that person they actually now one pan the very peaceful people na the community, and coincidentally na SLPP supporter. We can always the vex where people and they try for demonstrate, but now one pan the people we lost their life yesterday. What think can be the repercussions for then security personnel then we use excessive force? Then one then we probably seen in video or not, we shoot live rounds and kill people. Waiting at the repercussions.
So we get processes. Every intervention we make, we sit back and look at lessons learned. Waiting go wrong, waiting go right, and which action will be taken for correct, no one way go wrong, and for improve on the things that we go right. So I should say this one will be an exception. If that kind of thing happen, and it happen deliberately, somebody target somebody in a armless civilian and do this kind of way wrong, there are recourse to some measures.
But how much attention una they pay to that for do a thorough investigation for make una know who who did what right and who did what wrong. So the one that will do wrong will be held accountable.
They pay very serious attention onto that day. Well, people, I tell you, now make enough fine for provoke problems. For me, I should say the conscience of them people and they where they call on other people if I go confront the law, if I judge them, and if then are people who believe in whatever they do and believe in God, if I judge them seriously for say, now they're responsible for all of them till when they happen. Because trust me, police or soldier are not going to just begin for fire tear gas indiscriminately, where incident no day. Like I say, we interventions can always be informed by the existence of situation. If you come and they provoke public peace, and we know how some of you them can react, so then they in fact safe, they don't even know what's going to happen. They just want for use the occasion and they for get a field day, reach at people and we don't struggle with life for make some money and take another hand. And so it's a difficult situation altogether for make some money and take another hand. And so
you know, waiting will from ONSC. So police not able for police situation without person not die? Because this last part where he talk, it not look correct too. The last part where he talk say, now he make, and the one that we cause this, now the one that we tell people them for come out na do. So what about the police who pull the trigger? The police supposed to be professional in doing their work where the state hire them for. Yes. No matter how the situation come, and no matter how it turn like, life and property for secure. But for say, well, now the one that will provoke the situation. That part day. That, I don't know. Maybe now something else he wants to say, but not be sabi put and fine. Not be sabi put and fine. Because the way I talk here for saying that the one the way now them for blame. Because and then tell, but police are professional. Within are the rules of engagement. How should they engage? I understand say Augustine don't left a bitter taste na the police them mouth. He left a bitter taste na the mouth Augustine. But still yet, yes, the police they don't tell you say nobody no go die again Padem. Padem kind tear. But then for still be professional in handling it. Yeah? Right. Then in say we are using media one for police say we ask and say then be catch with weapon he say no placard. Then this ONSC say dangerous, he said placard with dangerous instruments. What's in the dangerous instruments? The placard? Because I know police will arrest Arun Sulaiman Kalon Koroma. Stop. Let not call your name again. Yeah? If you say any word in Naya again, in that line there, now me they tell you for stop, not to you they tell me for stop Naya. You not go see this page again. Every time you carry, make you never go saloon. Don't even start with me on that. Una only support from afar. All right. Let's continue. Somofuna. Fine. Let me go now to judiciary, yeah? Let me go to judiciary. Somofuna no na left from una right. Ross Road. Ross Road Magistrate Court number 3. Ross Road Magistrate Court number 3. Magistrate Hadiru Daboh don't send 43 people go Bamba Kayaka. 43 people go Bamba Kayaka. Magistrate Hadiru Daboh, 43 accused person straight na Pademba Road. You know for waiting? Unlawful procession, riotous conduct, and disorderly behavior, among other offenses. Listen, this now from the judiciary now. 43 people, Pademba Road, straight. Unlawful procession, riotous conduct, disorderly behavior with other offenses. Where they talk now, just not see. Mine then for promote anything we get for do with demonstration or protest in Sierra Leone until the 1965 Public Order Act. So if police arrest them people here, then can they go court? If the court no say, well, no, this kind of thing when they call them people here for, it not look correct too. What's the court go do? The court go just go say, but police don't leave the people here. Now they right for No. Well, listen now. Make we all understand fine. The 43 accused, then count them before the courts for can answer to 5 counts. 5. 1. Conspiracy to commit a crime contrary to the law. Yeah? 2. Unlawful possession. Now possession, am I right to possession? Whatever, na possession, they right, but I've seen a possession. Contrary to section 17.3 of the Public Order Act number 46 of 1964. Is suicide in quotes? 1964. Where that one then anger for deal with waiting riotous conduct. Then, contrary to section 12A of the Public Order Act 46 of 1965. Where that nigga for deal with waiting disorderly behavior. So now I make way some of we the talk. Yeah? Just now, a lot of people they say triple liberty they talk. So the one they will come out. where Salon police care go before the courts. You see inside the courts. We say that disorderly behavior, contrary to section 12A of the Public Order Act number 46 of 1965, as repealed and replaced by Act number 15 of 1973. 1973. So then they use 1965, 1964, 1965, 1973. You there? Right. Well, allegation they say, this is still from judiciary, because they say everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Allegation they say on the 11th day of September 2023, now the eastern part of Freetown, when at the judicial district operating the western rural of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the 43 accused people but wait so he left 17 more, because Salon police just up an interview tell we say now waiting be 60 then me all now watalo. Who said that 17? Who said the 17 then don't go? Alright, now 43 na reach na court. The 43 accused persons then be conspired together. Really? I even said they'll just jump on a line so no more. But anyway, the judiciary said them conspire together with other people where judiciary not sabi. And then be conspire for commit a crime. Then be conspire for commit a crime, unlawful possession. When I mistake that we then say possession. Judiciary, you not self for they do spell check. Unlawful possession without lawful authority. Then commandado without lawful authority. So the prosecuting person na DSPEA Din, and the one where they represent the accused people and the lawyers the way they represent the accused people na MBT, LJ Kamara, MW Jallo, A Toure, Ebi Kamara, A Kamara, MY Kalon. Now then they represent the 43 people. So what did the magistrates do? Magistrate Hadiru Daboh no give nobody bail by them 43 people there. He don't adjourn the case to the 21st day of September 2023. He send them all go Pademba Road for being remanded. Bamba Kayaka. How much people in Pademba Road did they take? Amos. Ade alekle mu. Ade alekle. It's Jematia. Na possession. Not to possession. What did them possess? Now you they read for me. Go na judiciary them page dede. Na possession. They mistake the other side when they say possession. It's not about possession here. Ada lekuna. All right. So the 43 people them unlawful possession. Waka process for waka tiggly. Not to possess for hold something. Eh? But why Pademba go to do? The quicker we begin try to get some kind of a system for until they say they need judicial reform, maybe that one they go address standing. Let we come with some ways and means them for offenses like that wire where we go able to sort them out. Because Pademba Road, I don't think Pademba Road go ever empty. But I didn't send them all. Next week Thursday, then go back. And for the one them we see videos them allegedly kill citizens them. Be that today, they investigate. But I don't know if he be again anything. Now they say back then they investigate. Well, now make a talk just to say when it can come to the side of the citizens them with the suicide the law debates. Say unlawful. What about the one that can pull trigger? Well, we still the wait. Jesus friend, what you get on this one, sir?
Yeah, thank you, AAA, and thanks for talking through regarding this unrest to be happen on Monday and the outcome of AMO. Then they use different words, they say protest, demonstration, but in all what then they try to say, people and they do an antisocial behavior with paramount for deal with them aggressively. If you look at all the two speakers and we talk, the action of the law in and the final one. Was it anybody where they reach a threshold to their own assessment, we come on a street or whatever thing we if you say na their own level for assess this person here, you don't either do anything with antisocial behavior or behave we no level to what in society wants. That on the side of the police, the only thing aggressive approach and deal with them with excessive force. But we don't see what you don't trend before even this don't come. We don't talk about and this other way Kusao they say faceless and you see the side of the government, then you side with the act, you see the police, then back the act, and then you see the awareness, then you will and the act, all man they approach this. But the level where the thing being for come from the social media, with the level where the police they assess them for let them go deal with them. Now him no come match where he end up to people and die one. Because when you see, then they say the public order act, we know say not the true, we not the constitution. But what mostly they affect the police, one of the main thing I see here, that area where you get internal affairs. Internal affairs, they can always say now, what thing would they do? Would they give policy and statutory statement, then what thing the constitution say? For say we get section this, now for say this, and any riots, anybody not do this, public order will misbehave, and so forth, deal with them. Then they give say, na so the law say. But when they can counter action, now they see inside the police, and they say, well, then they take within kind of way then they look at them for say, na their own duty, then they try for perform. Not to based on the policy they can they tell you what you for do, but now you get for using your own law now we get back on the police for turn on for saying an action way they go do. But it can difficult for understand as I did. But the point here is then I think always the police then get their own act. Then the government get the constitution, and then when the police then mandate they come, the mandate they come mostly from a policy statement. But when then they go act now, then they act based on their own way, what they interpret their own the constitution based on the act. So from that side there, what in the civilian can always left for do, it can end up for become somebody trapped in not knowing, say, I go get right pan this, or I no go get right pan this. Because now, you get your own side back now the constitution. But when you go and take the side now the constitution, we hold for an own duty for protector, figure and pull. Now intentional way we don't really meditate say I dey put at a target, I dey shoot that target, not to a stray bullet, for say I just dey shoot na the air, but this na one way I dey shoot at the target. And not to one, not to two, not to three, na several ones at different points. So you begin the question now say, if at some point, because that's not even say the other time we then call them by the podium, because these are the morning one, then call on the podium. I think I've been Wednesday, Tuesday. He say now a stray bullet. You see, so they talk of an stray bullet in sequence of bullets where they fire, where they pull and shoot. You know the psychology of shooting because you said don't train as a bullet person. I mean, as somebody who has shown their own military, how you go able for access then people where we go so and therefore try to find out why anytime there is a sequence of people that would always come. I mean, an incident of people that would shoot in one or two occasions, where most of the time the higher percentage they know the day as a threat for say a day as a desperate threat for the good can't allow defend myself or shoot somebody else. Because when you look again the other side, we talk for protect the right of the citizen. Then tell you back in 16:1, they say no person shall deprive of his life intentionally except in execution. So you want to go kill a person there? That's not the right to protection and right of life. What is that the constitution? But they no will bring and come. Now different law then will therefore look tonso, then why they can riot, then why then this, now the one that we talk this. You therefore address the things as individual, the behavior of the police, then therefore they try for look how they will able to restructure them. It's only that area of excessive use in terms of crowd, with that biasness can be in terms of the intervention, we know they help anything, but now more of police brutality. But the government they put their own law for the civilians there, then the civilians and the police institution they get their own law, you know they see a fairness of it. But only hope say that organization here will able to find a good level, because the one thing before they go, we think it cause now back then where they do, because the level of the organization you not get anything who will turn around for say now this law will make them hold you. But when you the civilian will do this to any person, then will always say you don't use excessive force. But you the policeman, you get that immunity for say be protected against certain laws, even though the IPC no go protect them, but then go find way. Now they know how shoot the identity. They know how even know how many bullets they go. Would they send bullets for all? But mostly people then go they begin suspect say is there a special mission where the police they not even know about, or they know but they not sabi. That's not the thing. What they know to them, they send them. This is not the big question. Is there a force we can come out what the police they not know about? For say then this van, like how they been get that thing when that radar, that thing where they show you location GPS vehicle, they not go know that vehicle will go there. Then get even up to what they call drones, what they will use for let them protect the human rights record. What then tell they go, then go the patrol they show. But they are not doing it because there is something hidden. But God will make one day where the hidden and the people enforce, and the one day when they misbehave are the civilians who pray let God change them. But the excessive force for the poor civilians, whether man not be no nothing and go kill them with other people, that's how they hope say civilians will get a right one day. They will get people who sorry hearts and understand the rights and the level and who say fair play feel good. Thank you very much. Let God help you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Yeah.
Thanks to Usfriend for your own contribution today. Welcome on board, Alpha. What do you get on this one, sir?
Yeah, thanks for having me, and big thank you to Mr. Usfriend. For me, my own take will be very simple, but I think I divide them into 3 or 4 simple parts. The very first one, Now the title where they give the protest, where they say faceless, faceless. And the police they demand or they claim say nobody not show up for claim or take the responsibility saying that then they organize them. I think it is very clear to we all now we don't know say no matter how your protests look like, as long as it's against the government, it's difficult to make you get the support of the police. That's a very, very clear picture. I will cite 2 examples. When fear go up Edmond Abu, then he come on a do. He called protests. What happen? They lock him up. Yeah, when they lock him up, the states, the people liable for tinap with him. Commodity, some small, a friend of mine. Yeah, they go for justify or they go for help, talk for the school picking them than Linkokwe. Then catch them. They molest them, they even detain them. From that time, you see Thomas More go down quiet. So anything when they speak against the ruling government, I not see that police there, I not see that, I not I will put them. We will give citizen that right there for go. No matter how we talk in the media, the law, no matter what we do, I challenge anybody, it will never happen. Na salon. You know why? Now some of the reason this why when then they look for pick IG, then big what they call position, they don't put people that will stand for the rule of law. They will not put people that will stand for integrity. They will put people that sees eye to eye with the government. It don't be APC them, it don't be SLPP them. So not today, this base, it don't be set. It's a foundation that has been set up. You see the kind and the act the way in the court 1965, 19 this. It tells you we not a grow, we constitution, you know, we for all left them thing and they decide themselves will get to then document and they for when are Great Britain. There are a lot of things where they don't modify. What do we say? We sit down up and we all them. Yeah? The next point I want to talk on quick. You see, now with the judiciary, may God help we country. The thing I notice, magistrates them they penalize people based on their emotions or based on how they want things for come out. Let put the context here again. Or the discourse. Let open now well. I will cite this musician LAG. When you look at the crime, does it commensurate to the sentence? Humanly speaking, it is not. It is not. What did they make today? Pademba go they continue for the field? That because we still refuse for for rebrand, for change so many things. So person succeed yourself because you know okay with the person. Guess what? You they take and go to court before they marry. They say that succeed the bam. They go give 3 years imprisonment. When you look at the punishment and the crime, are they commensurate? Is there any limitation? I mean, don't say this. I mean, don't ask this question. In certain punishment, no. So it depends on the discretion of the magistrate. Now I'm going to tell you, say, okay, well, look, this one, this case had this understand for me, 15 years imprisonment. Yes. If you meet the magistrate in good mood, okay, this case, okay, we'll fine you. Not do it again. I stand for be corrected, but most cases, this is how the final judgment they come upon. And when you look, there are cases the way you can just settle no more quick, and if you find the person, give them warning. First timers, they say, then they look all them things and they. If you're a first timer, commit that kind of crime, day. Then get it so then go before look at okay, this na this. So it's a very clear picture. That's why when they don't put so, if you're not careful, some man go spend 5-6 years imprisonment. What's it? Because the person come out say, I want for protest against things that will not go right. Go back to the same public order action in the courts. Let look at the punishments them or the things the way they for do to them people and they where they commit them crime here. If then they look at the order and the public order act, then let them look at the fines them or the punishment the way will link to them things then they. Some of them will not use the money against self. When they use their money that day. But yet still we still hold on to those things for justify some things the way they do. When you look at some of we lost them, the fines the way them put the money they will not use them now against self. But yet still we still hold them to them. We still, in fact, we they rebrand them for make it fit with system, with comfort. We should have grown more than this one. The last one we talk on, like I said, just 2 or 3 points. Now with the police. I mean, don't say this way. There are a lot of ways in settling disputes or waiting and call. On a dialogue, if the government fail for dialogue, police can dialogue with these people for save the day. Una can get a designated areas. Okay, una want for make una voice be heard. Okay, these streets will try for barricade and waiting and call. Look, una come here, una make una voice be heard. Other side, una make sure una not go there. Anybody where they come, they'll get say they able to identify self like only banner, imposter. They are doing it here. They get them different small side where people go mark say na una the day. Then they. Nobody know they cross that. What is so hard for make we government dialogue or listen to in people them? Like I say, now because we government, they don't want to take responsibility. Then we use the police against the people. But when it comes to campaigning, the presidents, the government, we are all over the country, villages that they pass through just to go get votes. Now, you don't have time to even listen to these people anymore. When they want to come out to speak, you call the police. Na riotous conduct, na this, na that. In fact, the whole self-protest, as far as we concern us alone, in fact, na bad word. So that make the police do they ever give face. Look, the woman them, I think Omar King always quotes this one, or Kim benchmark this. The woman then Abacha Street, peaceful one, waiting them do, then catch them, then beat them, then detain them. They're not stone one, they're not thief, nothing. But see the result. So the word alone protest is a crime, as far as alone is concerned now. In fact, the one way not go protest, when you talk against government, you are in their bad books. So how can you say you're a listening government and you're not creating the platform, the way for make you listen to your citizens? So that make the police that they use. And when you don't use the police use excess force. The only people that will go hearing for talk small on the Human Rights Commission, they put press release or what's the press release now they done. Then police could tell you will investigate yourself. How you investigate yourself where you never even identify the one who fire the gun? We kill times how many protests or things will don't happen when the police and the town say then they investigate themselves or then they what's in they come out today? Nothing. Have they come out and said, look, this incident will happen so side. 5 police then they will fire live rounds. For this reason, will they fire them, will they dismiss them, or will they this? I've never seen that kind of report. Me, I stand like as you say something and I stand for be corrected. But you see, before the magad and door and lend these people to court, quick. What about those that, like when they say pull the trigger, make a peaceful Sierra Leonean, when sit down and all say for that matter, lost a life. That person didn't live a life. See how many videos all they see where the police then they all stone, now then they stone. So it has become too much for the police for let them able for land, for at least man a crowd or man crowd. We don't get to this far for make them able for no than they now. If they not get the equipment, like I can always say, now this make you always need developmental wings. Una rights, una able for partner with people that way get what they call equipment them. They must help una. People will make boom, tear gas before they mara boom, live bullets. Una they kill now with same Sierra Leoneans them. The same people that way use their own money, then tax money, and then they use for pay you they kill them back. So for me, the police has a lot to do. Like I say, there are more ways to settle these things. Dialogue with these people. Barricade or demarcate area. Say, look, now you're not one for sale. Now anybody will cross social side. We go, the law they taking cause. Una go here now, una make una noise, una talk, una disperse. It's easy. But again, it is what it is. I think that's not me take for today, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You just join we? Welcome on board. You meet we here today. We will talk about the 43 people where Magistrate Daboh deny bail and send them go Bamba Kayaka. Why? Because they cannot do for process unlawfully without lawful authority. Now so judiciary say. All right. Welcome on board, Tony. What do you get on this one?
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Good share a couple from them. Me go try for make them very short and precise, and thanks to Usfren and Alpha. If you say in this whole thing, me they blame the police. You understand? The reason why I blame the police is not to the first time. You understand? Even during the past regime, we've seen those things happening. I think so when it comes to managing crisis, we police then really lack the professionalism. I mean, you will go what you call rational detachment, where they talk about stay professional at all points. Even if they say mean things to you, you get for stay rationally detached. But I notice say we police them always they take things so personal when it comes to crisis, when it comes to riots, when it comes to everything. They make so much blunders. A typical example now, the student in IPAM, one time they demonstrate for something may happen and everything, where we see the way the police they respond. These are students without any arms. You understand? These are students with book and pen. And when there, that's how I love IPAM. You see the way they dealt with the students them. I think so we police need for get all those things, get a structure in place, allow people them. And then the other last thing I want for it, I think say there is a grapevine. We get so many people and we probably they don't know how to handle communication, because you get the Ministry of Information, you get a communication strategic unit. So most times I think say there is a conflict where in certain situations then the way they can get confused and not know what to handle, or they not even be in sync, where in their consistency in messaging, not the day. I feel say the need for communicate to people, give people information. Information is power. Even the chief minister, you see every day or every other day, in the post diary, say chief minister diary. Information is power. Information is key. Whatever you guys are doing to manage crisis in the country or whatever things the way they happen, we know say Salon go make overnight. Anybody who thinks say Salon go make overnight or Salon go make inside 5 years, I mean, America not make inside 5 years. Read American history. They have revolution upon revolution. They have crisis upon crisis. They have recession and everything. But how then they come together and put system in place for make them fragile? That is the important thing.
After that, then the government need for the communication so people say, yes, there is a crisis. Yes, there is a war. We economy is strained because we have only few companies operating. We revenue stream very, very, very low. This and this and this. Now what they do? Once you give people information, give people this. But couldn't tell what happened. I've said this the other day. If possible, say for let you to engage the East. You know what you got for do marketing. This is the whole thing about marketing. The West not they demonstrate too much. Probably they be informed and get time for listening to radio. Or probably, and gullibility also play a great role. Take the Eastern. If you know say every time we riot the now Eastern I did the pressure the day, go Eastern. If it's possible, say take 1 week, radio to radio to inform people then. Communicate to people then. This is not about fights. That if we now come out, we will do this, we will do that. No. That's power struggle. Yeah, the people that were faceless or whatever, there's a power struggle right there. So for make you avoid or you downplay the power struggle, you know they even respond to that. You just pass your message. You just give people the message. Say, we understand on the situation. We understand on our plight. Now we right for come out and speak on our mind. Now right for do this. If you don't create that podium, they don't create that platform for let people able for come and communicate to you. Situation not they happen like this. Life they not go lost. People they not go there for every time we salon where there's a sit down. Whenever the people they not go come out, government they lost revenue. They made them place where they say Christmas people they go because they know if I not say they're not then way now they get all the kind of holiday, but they are not those we they domesticate them more. We they get more holiday for sit at home than them because they know anytime when they sit down now still losing revenue. So for every time we get riots, we have people in Sierra Leone now add so much business than they do. Now when they go sell, they make money, then they can buy and go now for go cook. So for every time we sit down, you use those messages, communicate to people, tell them say, now when I go suffer, not so mother go suffer, mother they cook, then they cook for her. If they eat, a minister then they eat. But for every time we wanna call demonstration, communicate to people and tell them. For every time when they call una sell una community, now una they suffer. Now una they this. Because now una will go, now una go work, now una go eat. Communicate to them, tell them, the government they try. Now this will they try for put in place or modalities for put in place. If na election, communicate to them, say international or Commonwealth, they mediate between the APC and the SFPP over the election. We all get concerned because when it comes to we will say what more we want for the SFPP sets a bad precedent. Wherein tomorrow APC go happen for coming to power, the SFPP begin to do the same thing, and then the SFPP go cry the same way. So we want a clear election process. We're very transparent because if we went in and then country and the diaspora, we will suffer. We lead to the world, we will suffer for Nasalo with the investor. If there's any instability, now we go suffer because we make some of them they keep money in the country already. Everything they work Nasalo will put her. So we don't go and let peace. So we don't want no government with the power for set a bad precedent. We go affect we own business themselves or we own investments or we smaller bullet they won't get. We all see where the war made them burn people's houses and everything. We don't want let anything happen. So they make with the concern. So make governments you na the kumbra. You na the kumbra. Communication very key. Communication very key. When you create that vacuum, then that guy now land they feed. Now they feel. So who now is strategic or without this or communication? This is not about English. This is about go to meet the market. The niche now is very vulnerable. The level of gullibility in terms of mind, the mindset is different. So use whatever means, communicate to people. Let them say, yes, there is a need. And yes, government they try. Or government they do this. Now so we don't do, now so we don't do, now so we do. Probably if there is a gap, then they create all this. Because people don't know what's happen. Every day they see prices going up. Mr. Sefodena, I don't know why prices go up. I don't say dollar they go up. I don't know what's in the bank governor. I don't know if we get bank governor. I don't know what they even do. You know, I'm not taking that the government, that communication gap, they therefore work on a serious of. I like to put thousands of people in there. If they're not, they do their job, pull them. They need for communicate to people, tell them this. If somebody in our online, they give them information of this, now because probably you not create information. You not give them information, you creating the vacuum. How would I go fill the vacuum? Grapevine go come in. A lot of things about speculations then will come in. So governments get a role. Police will need to be professional. Stay rationally detached. Stay professional at all points. That you people. That's not me on take Abraham.
All right, thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Tony for Ian contribution today. 43 people. They spend time right now on a Pademba Road. I not open phone line. You really call. Phone line not open. Yeah? Phone line not open. The most talked about thing on social media right now. I don't know it's happening at DJ DJ Basing program. Yes, Umar, what you get on this one? Welcome, sir.
Well, simply this one is off because them 43 young people, yeah, with the young Kariguna Pademba. I mean, I don't see this now over and over about how the two parties are the treat with. You know, like somebody be say, the time way APC been in a power. I don't know if anybody been see a video like that way. At that time they talk say, oh, APC, SLPP need to fight for me. Wait, them beat me for APC, then put me in a cell. Now they would see so. Let's say APC take over 5 years from now, or whatever years from now. Then go and pull all them over them. Then they say, you know what? Now this we have been go through on the war I've been there. We have to go terrorize now. When and we say all this got to stop. Yes, man. This not demonstration, protest, whatever way you want to call it. This particular one, there wasn't any crime except for that Mr. Kalong. Nobody know that killed Mr. Kalong. They not kill policeman. But you watch video, you see where policeman they take stone, they stone people that was them. Policeman they stone. I don't want to see nothing like this. But hello? Yeah. So you see things like this they go on in that country there. You wonder what lies ahead. What side will they go as a nation? Where even if you question a politician in ability for do the job where they appoint them for do, you're gonna jail. You question a politician for the job where they do, something go wrong under a young watch, you don't go jail. We see what former chief minister David Francis calls waiting and do to a journalist, Saidu Chijanjalo. Just because the young man calling for asking questions about $1.something million or less. CID then will not get nothing for do. One of the most useless officers with their own job before time like we FBI now. We're not to any kind of rubbish them for put the hamper. CID for time like FBI, not to any kind of rubbish them with the FBI put on fire. Certain cases then I pass and say we need the FBI to come help us because then they're more intelligent, then get more manpower. But not to the CID will get a salon. This CID will get a salon and FIBA security officer then. If they below security officer than prestige. Then they acting because all they have arrest and then for be police officer. Now them for do then even what in them do to Sylvia. Now police for do that, not to CID. A no man for CID for that type of investigation. But now CID then go pretend like say then business people where they can do business with Salu Chijanjalo in newspaper, then one less Salu Chijanjalo do advert na in newspaper, Then loot the guy. I don't know why they're afraid, why they're not going inside office. Then loot the guy, take commander on a street out of a building, back, according to the young man, they arrest him, one of him foot in the touch, the other foot in the touch. Just because he called for find out about the nation property, because that 1.something million in the country money. They arrest them, they not to matter the other and get arrested. They say for the government of Sierra Leone. So this are the trouble where we get now. Then young man and they don't go in a jail. Now they some of them got for die because the treatment to them got for treatment. It's not good. If anything, they're all under now misdemeanor. Now, misdemeanor slap them two leons, 200 leons, 300 leons for disorderly conduct and left them commando. But we all see what in the chief minister been said today. They not just one talk no more about the other one that we did it. For case that will not even mount for let you go there. Case when a small claim court. When you get for pay somebody, then say I'm going a small claim court. Salon it did Pademba die. You owe me 500 leons, I can't go na police the can go, then go, we see them go put you in a Pademba. Not to cut the carry go. Now police the first put you there. Then we don't see police station in Trade where they show young people them how crowded. I don't know if that the Eastern Police or Central Police, the way they crowded, how the body they look, the malnutrition, food no day. You didn't do food no day. The police and SSF not get something for it. Now you jailman or prisoner then go feed. They not get food. Then they talk say right now they rest. They don't the 3-4 month backlog. They're not getting the rest. So you cry say first of all this government and this president, I don't know, they're not smart. And what means they're not smart because Salon we so big fool in Sierra Leone. When somebody say no more you're not smart, then feel say then they try for check your academic status. No. You do things and we're not smart. Because a smart person, do a whole America now, right now in California, we get a lot of prisoners them where then they pull out of prison before time, then get them project, then they then home, then they then call them halfway home. You know, too long time we one of the judges and I go after the governor. So we got overcrowded prison inhumane. Now human rights violation. Then go after the governor. The governor is a different fit for that right now. Overcrowded prison. Because they cost money. So this president and people are not going to say pile people and they don't want to jail, it costs the country more money because you get to feed them. If they're sick, now you get to pay them medical, but we not get medical in Salon to start with. So a lot of burden. So minor cases like then and they not put them in jail because they put more burden on the country in economy. Most part and this will not understand. I can understand if not somebody will commit murder or will commit heinous crime during the right. But now some people and they say then just because the kind of wickedness where we as Sierra Leoneans they don't get now, this don't go. Now make me glad you were born and raised during one party time. Because who would have go Kungusa with that? Nobody know they would go Kungusa, nobody. Nobody know they would go Kungusa. Now the country done so divided. Now SLPP did them that in the point police and say than in a APC. Then police then go to either they vandalize, then pull you. If not shoot, then shoot you or then carry go na police. Now I don't do na Salon. Now SLPP people and then the point APC people. Then let's say things change over. Then APC themselves, then that man they in control of the police. Then say begin do the same thing when they go stop. Because most of the things are now pointing the point people them. Then they point people them. Maybe that Mr. Kalonde said, but that is not to point them out. So now the danger this now way we the people and self not to the officer again. We don't become so wicked. We take the party them way more than we own cousin neighbors and what we all grew up with. How you go call police? You know already the status of the nation and the police officer. Something happen, you go point. Well, you know you get maybe when I told me meet up and girlfriend or when I told me get some cham. But because you didn't at the other side today, we said good day, you point that person there, either they kill and they or they wound and they for no reason. So Triple this country they in a crossroad. Now only God go help we. Because then young people are enough for the jail. Now misdemeanor cases them. If anyone they will commit any heinous crime, maybe now 1 or 2. The more you put them in, the more burden you put in the country economy. The one when a country like them where we get trillions in the budget. Now one of the biggest fight than if you not believe called Mr. Lansanana, Texas, he can't tell you. Nine work nine specialized field landing. State then I had to fight how for reduce the overcrowded prison. Salona, a whole different ball game. I thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. All right. Ayana Salon. Ayayu Mitsui. Land that we love. Welcome, Ezekiel. What you get on this one, sir?
Thank you so much, Triple A. Thanks to the panelists and to all the listeners. The difficulty we face at that country, and he go, I don't know, he go just continue. We not get system in place. Everybody waiting at the system. They work for the government. Everybody, from top to bottom, everybody they work for the government. So if the man at the top not like waiting people and they do, everybody they work in favor of that for make sure say anybody where they go against that, he face a lot of trouble, because I don't know even if we judiciary system even care about, would I forgo prison, would I forgo CID custody, would I forgo jail? I don't know if they get any difference. Jail, prison, it look like saying not the same thing. Because now Pademba no more now, everybody. We they know cause find people and guilty for something. How you they go send them the maximum prison? Nobody, find nobody guilty. Not charge no more. Everybody just don't go prison now. Me while they look at this whole thing where they happen now with country, and the saddest part, again, the very old people away and we go now courts now, old people and judges, you go now the police, the top people and now old people, and you go now in government, the top people and now old people, and now then they send young people to jail. We therefore be so productive for boost the country economy. Now then we they go all out for lock them up. It's so sad, it's so pathetic, in a country where they care about development, you go in a warehouse, even an Amazon warehouse where just light boxes where people and they move. Go there if you go see anybody way there inside in 60s. No. Because they know say you hire a person way there inside in 60s for let go to for 8 hours or 3 hours. They go up and down for move boxes. They know say you go slow down their productivity. Then they hire you. Then they hire you for warehouse job. Now young people away they leg they're energetic for move boxes from one door to another. By the time they don't a shift, it don't work up for nearly 20 miles moving boxes. So then they look for 60-year-old person. As a result, all the number of people and they, then they contribute to the economy. They always see them pay them. Each person they pay 9% to 10% taxes. So if you make $1,000, the in taxes now around $250 to $300 if they go to the government. So there is no need for just protest, then take that person they off that factory. for let go sit down in jail. Government knows say he go lost that week they lost $300 off that person day. Now that money they now in the pay for make sure say that person eats na that jail the way sit down not productive. So I don't even understand what thing would they try for accomplish. I don't even understand really what thing government they try for accomplish. I don't know. You know, because they know, like how Tony be say, then don't put so much emotion now anything where they happen. So much emotion, so much divide, so much regional mindset, so much tribe mindset, so much party mindset. Where then they go out. Then not they go out with the mindset say this now we people and we main target now for Lord we provide safety and security. So Lord we make sure say they want the way that they now the missed way they want antagonize other people now they we for snatch out amongst them. Rather bundle everybody picking now the midst of that crowd the woman then did the Nokia shoot tear gas and then we intense we the people and throw stone then shoot live ammunition, you know, and kill we young people as if we are at war. You know, a painful for watch. A really painful for watch. You know, and people and go on TV. Nobody know they even talk about the people and everybody is all angry. How for make sure say anybody we come on and do we not listen, they pay heavily. You know, and heavily that means he pay with his life because you end up now Pademba again, not to the most sophisticated place. So man go there if he take it 1 week now, bad sick they end up for car with. Come pour and back in the midst of with people and by the time you know some family members that end up in a hospital where that nobody not even know which type of sick now later on maybe severe then find out oh he come on around na that jail there with hepatitis C, and then nobody not even care whether it's spread among the community. They don't care whether it's spread in the country. If they tell you right now the number of hepatitis B and C cases in that country, they nobody not even care for arrest that issue. They just they talk small about it, and that's it. No sensitization, nothing, and all they pile up. You know, from dirty hospital, from dirty prison, dirty market, everything they pile up. There is no concern for people. They all they fight for protect their position. They all they fight for secure their position. They all they fight for secure their position. Sorry about that. So you know, for letting here they happen, when they see, you know, everybody gets so angry for things that we don't know, see, you know, they go right. Yet, then get so angry in favor of the people that way they provide that services there. You know, some people and for just the name. Now we man 9 day in our power. Now we party 9 day in our power. Then they all they struggle. They all they go through the same pain, same difficulty. You know, people are waiting in our power. They not go ever give any authority to anybody. We go hold card in their hand say this man not they do well. They not go allow nothing. Nothing. The reality is you one day when you will go now that place they you go put your head say you want for protest just for the fact say you don't put dates in and that date day you want for protest. Now you go the police then deny you now. But other people from social media now pump other people for let them hold on to that date. Triple A, you are toast. Now make nobody not get mind for even ask the police. This not the truth. This not the reality. If anybody in a community in Sierra Leone just not grab say me October 10, I want to go protest about waiting they go on at this place. He don't put that date, then he go to the police say now this date I want, and the police then deny. And then people online now boost people and say yes, let them come on. And even that person now say Then don't deny me. Oh. But that date go into effect by other people away them they not go get the permit. Or way they not go even get the put in request. But you where you be not put your name up for go, you don't go make that request and you be talk about the date where you want, you know, because when you go there, they go tell you say, you know, they happen for you. Then go tell you say we'll get back to you. And now you go say me, I don't go meet the police for permit for this date. And then people have begin push that date. Now the police then deny you. Your life is on the line now. If then people and they come out, then go say, now you be startup. They not even care whether you don't reject, they don't reject you and you don't denounce her. They not care again. By the time you they come on, now the hand, now the quiver of this government, your life not gonna be the same. This is the reason why they let it go. This is the reason why nobody not get mine. Because everything they pile up against you. Small thing happen now. The judiciary not get mine for defend. The one they self way then they defend you. Then they look at the judge, the lawyers that way then they go for defend you. Then they look at them in a lens of party. Look at the names where you call as the lawyers. You see anybody who get linked to any SLPP? This is the reality. You see any lawyer we na known SLPP person we for go stand for any protester? No, it not go happen. I don't care which money you give, it not go happen. See how the thing is so polarizing, how sad the whole thing they. So after we you don't know how the situation they protect yourself. Protect yourself. Make good decision for yourself. You know? That's not the truth. We all want for let definitely people that air out their grievances. But this is now this not the life we wanna get today. Now the situation we wanna get today. You know they outgrow your environment. No matter how we talk on here, you know go outgrow your environment. I've been given the cage of the lion the way then the inside cage then cow with one way if free they can put an among them. It see how they watch them, it they vex the way how then they behave. But as time go on, it behave like them back because it's in the same cage. That not the environment than they. It know all the knowledge how for move itself. Beyond a mindset, it been there beyond that cage. But that cage, now inside the cage, he cannot operate more than that cage. That's not the reality. So use wisdom because now that cage you there. So use the wisdom. The man who is in charge of the cage, he get cane and hammer and gun around you. So make wise decision for save yourself. You know, use smartness so that you will get longer life for protest next time when freedom day. Thank you so much, Triple L. God bless we all.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We want to say thanks to all we panelists them for their own contribution today. Now we'll go lock today on program. We go there back tomorrow. Hopefully, you will get something for say on this one. You go see them on Saturday. Thank you for we always the come here and join we. Till we meet back on Friday. And so Triple A they say tata.